Guys, we gotta stop pigeonholing champions. We have a tendency to look at champions and go, that's what this champion is for. They just fit in here, and that's what they do, and that's it. Playing the free-to-play account has made me really aware of where champions can do different things. That, and actually the fight with Amius has kind of broadened my horizons as well, because you don't get your pick of what champions you want. You have to finagle something in and get a square peg into a round hole, or so you think. But today we're talking about Lysandra, the Queen of Speed. She is a speed queen. She is fantastic. I've used her in a few Amius runs to destroy him, but today we're going to be looking at her in Dungeon. And we'll do the run and we'll see what it's like. Stop right there, guys. Click on the link below and get yourself a free Karato Fox Hunter, as well as 4 amazing epics. Here's the exact steps of what you need to do. Log out of Plarium Play on PC. Step 2, click the link in the description and register with a brand new email. Step 3, launch raid and complete the tutorial. Step 4, go to your inbox and claim your first champ. Here we go. You'll find yourself Karato Fox Hunter, as well as Uugo, Rector, Drath, Tagoar, and Mausoleum Mage as you progress through the game. That's it. It's that simple. Click on the link, follow those directions, and on with the video. Now, she is going to be taking on a role usually done by a very specialized champion that everybody knows for one thing. Now, we have it all set up here. The team around her in this is just getting her to dragon, okay? So that's it, just getting her to dragon. After that, she's the one that's going to take dragon down, all right? So you could have any other 4 champions in here with her. It does not need to be a seer composition. It's just the handiest and fastest for me for getting to the dragon, so as we can show what we actually want to do. So we have her built with decent speed, decent survivability, and she's going to get all of the poisons onto the boss here using her A1. So for this, we'll look at the presets now in a second, but basically any poison or debuff that goes onto her from the dragon, basically she's going to transfer it back onto the boss, and that's the role that she's playing in this altogether, okay? So she's going to keep going. She has, as we said, she's the Queen of Speed, right? She has a 30% turn meter increase. She also has her big turn meter decrease and a decrease on the A3 as well, I think. But the thing is, it doesn't matter against dragon, because dragon is all dragons in raid are immune to turn meter effects. So there's an extra bonus bit of knowledge for you guys. So look, this is hard 6 and absolutely no problem. We're keeping the debuffs stacked right up on the dragon there as well. We have absolutely, his next turn he's gone. His next turn he's gone. And for those of you looking at this and going, actually, Dahi, you're wrong, because Yumeko reflected some of those poisons. Let's actually go back. Oh, that's a nice wee destroy gauntlet. Let's go back, run that again, but this time we'll turn off Yumeko's her hex, okay? So this means that she won't ever use her hex, okay? And I don't think we need to use that time either, do we? And I also have Lydia's protective stuff turned off as well. So we're kind of just, we want to see her solo it, all right? So again, we'll chomp through the waves. Shouldn't be a problem here. So the important thing is that we're to the dragon. Now, you can see already we have a full debuff bar. And why do we have a full debuff bar? I feel like we shouldn't, but we do. So I think I need to check something here because that doesn't seem right. But we have it there already. Did I miss something? It is working as intended. We did turn it off, didn't we? Okay, she's doing the A1. Lysandra's transferring the debuff, so there's decreased attack going back onto the dragon as well. So that's what makes it so good as well. Decreased attack being reflected back onto the dragon is huge. Now she's going to A1 again, and we'll see it here. Oh, we won't. We'll see the turn meter boost, which is pretty good as well. And then all the debuffs are back onto the dragon as well. So not only is she cleansing herself, because that's how you have to think of it, guys. Like with dragon, you got to think to yourself, well, yeah, we need a cleanse. Now this actually could be risky for me here. We come out of it grand, and because she's the queen of speed, she's getting back round to her turn again as well. Now we need the dragon to play some poisons on us. She's going to transfer them back on, and away we go from here. We'll also get decreased attack on there, and we're good. So this is probably a hairy position here, but again, because she's the queen of speed, she's getting back round to her turn meter. The poisons go on there again. Now, if we had War Master on her, we'd be even better, but we don't have War Master on her because she's not built for that. Because again, we pigeonhole these champions. Now, so I thought that was pretty good. We can get rid of that. Although Days Set, I'm starting to think could be very handy to make Sand Devil more consistent. Now let's have a look at her build, okay guys? So she's a decent blessing. Now I could make this better if I switched her blessing over to, what's her blessing on now? It's an intimidating presence. So she's speeding up the whole team, and she's giving a boost to the whole team with this as well, because she's increasing the aura by 15%. Ideally, if I was just using her for this or similar, what we would do is we'd put it to emergency heal, and we'd give her a shield ring, a blood shield ring, okay? So that would increase her healing. Now, guys, my best regen stuff is on Drang, and it's on Tio, and it's on, you know, other champions that I use for solo stuff. So I didn't want to use that. So what I done instead was I made her fast and put her in Bolster. Bolster gives you a 10% heal, okay? So it's not even glyphed up all of it. Some of it is, but some of it isn't. So I have her in Bolster, 3 pieces of protection and 2 pieces of pinpoint. It doesn't need to be that, guys, but you do want to get her as much health and defense as possible, as much speed as possible, and accuracy as well. So you can see where the blessing's going to come in important there, just for the extra stats alone. One thing you probably don't want is building too much resistance, because she needs to get debuffed, okay? You don't want her blocking the debuffs. You need her to get debuffed so she can give them back. Now, it potentially would be better to turn off her A3, so she's just constantly doing A1, but I like the increased speed and the turn meter boost every now and again. I think that keeps her in a good sync. This is good for Arena, but easily I could come down into War Master, and that would make it even faster and even better. And the build itself then, let's look at the stats. We have 64k, 3.5k defense, 287 speed, crit rate, crit damage, not important, and 403 accuracy. Now, do I have anything extra for Dragon's Lair? 2%, 2% ignore defense, 3% crit damage. That's not going to do anything for her, okay? I've no relics on her either, so there is an extra place where we could pick up some extra stats and some extra abilities. So turn meter, Journal of Necrotos would be really good. Rod of Blasphemy could be really good, because when the debuffs go on, if she has them for a turn or two, she's not going to be worried about getting damage, especially if you level it up. And I want to have a look at Dragon again to make sure I did set the settings right on Yumeko. Alright, because I don't want to be doing Lysandra dirty, because she's doing so well there. But did I have a complete brain fart and do the wrong thing on Yumeko? I left it to open, okay. So look, she used it once and got some benefit out of that, but it would still, same thing would still apply. Lysandra would take it down, okay. Now, where else could we use her? Anywhere that there's debuffs and you can use that to kill a boss. Okay, so Ice Golem, not a good shout. Spider has potential, okay, but you need way more healing. Them spiders are putting the poisons on you. You can put them back onto the big spider then as well. You also have all of that turn meter control. And if we look at her kit, where is it? So we have this back in the game when we're talking about spider, and fully depletes the target's turn meter. So that's great for there. Then we attack one enemy, transfer all debuffs from her to the enemy. So that's fantastic. That's how we're getting all the debuffs onto the boss. Speed aura is incredibly good, and then this fills the turn, or increased speed on all allies, fills the turn meter on all allies by 30% and decreases turn meter of all enemies by 30%. So it would be quite dodgy in Spider, but I think she could be able to do something. In fact, let's have a look at Spider 10. Is it possible for her to do that? I don't know. And we'll just do a brief overview. Where is she? She's there. Let's just do a brief overview and see what she can do, because she's going to be getting all the poisons off the spider. She might actually just be too fast and too good at controlling them all, to be perfectly honest. So it could be a thing that she'd be really good at doing this with. Yeah, she's resisting all the poisons, guys. So that's actually a problem. That's ridiculous. So look, she's too well built for there. So we'll leave it there, guys, but as a theory, she should be able to do that type of stuff. But I thought it was really good that she could take Staltus's position in Dragon's Lair and do the exact same thing. Now, Staltus does it passively, she does it actively, but she brings other stuff as well, and you don't really have to build her too differently from her speed boosting thing as well. So that's it, guys. Lysandra, not just a queen of speed, also a really good debuffer as well. So guys, let me know what you think of that. She was one of my first Legos, and I think she's absolutely brilliant. And because I got her so early on, I overlook her so much. But she's great. Guys, like, subscribe, comment down below, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye bye.